Now, let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I am Dr. Edward Summers, and let's queer up politics. Gay Men's Chorus, South Florida, shock on Kennedy Center cancellation of DC WorldPride. Last night, Queer News Tonight reported on the Kennedy Center's cancellation of the National Symphony Orchestra's performance of A Peacock Among Pigeons as an unofficial event scheduled to happen during WorldPride. The Gay Men's Chorus of DC, which was planned to be the guest chorus for the concert, has since revealed that they were not told of the cancellation. This has sent shockwaves throughout the LGBTQ community. Mark Kent, the executive director of the Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida, said, quote, "This past week, our community has faced actions intended to erase, silence, and divide us. The removal of the letter T from the Stonewall Monument is a painful attack on the history, and sudden cancellation of the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington's guest appearance with the National Symphony Orchestra at the Kennedy Center is deeply troubling. These moments are not just disappointments, they serve as reminders that the fight for dignity and equality continues," end quote. This cancellation comes after President Trump dismantled the existing board at the Kennedy Center and replaced it with loyalists, citing a desire to remove woke content. South Florida has seen similar attacks from Governor Ron DeSantis, including investigations into venues that hosted drag performances. The Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida has vowed to continue to fight for visibility and equality, with Kent also stating, quote, "Fear is being weaponized to push us to the margins, and we reject it. The Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida will not waver in our mission. We will sing louder, stand taller, and use our voices to uplift and empower. In the face of uncertainty, we remain steadfast in our service to our community, ensuring every member is seen, valued, and celebrated. Together, we rise. Together, we sing. And together, we move forward," end quote. I love the powerful words of Mr. Kent here. I think that he summed it up right. Together, we have to sing together. We have to be empowered together. We have to stand for, we cannot let injustices happen. And when we see injustices, we have to stand. And that's exactly what his statements indicate. It's a shame what's happening with the Kennedy Center and the removal. First of all, Kennedy, Trump initially appointed himself in the Kennedy Center and then put in these right-wing.
Miss Grinnell.
Right. It's just, to the name Kennedy, it's
more than
ridiculous.
A name. The Kennedy Center is the presidential monument, like the George Washington and the Jefferson Memorial. It is supposed to be put in that high regard. And what Trump has done is just completely destroyed. He's just disgraced it. And at the same time, he actually is closing the Boston Kennedy Presidential Library.
Yeah.
You have all that. I will say, you look at this. This is one of those things where really disruptive activism is necessary. Why? I see people in DC going and protesting outside the Kennedy Center. I'm like, I used to be part of the activist place in DC. The cops are very gentle in DC. I mean that very seriously. I've hung out with Reverend Barber when we got arrested. It's very much for show. They're not going to crack skulls in DC. Disrupt those Kennedy Center events. Don't let them have any of it. If they're not going to let our people have events, then do it. I hope the Gay Men's Chorus, whatever date that's supposed to be, should go in anyway and just start singing in the middle of the floor. Just disrupt whatever they're trying to do.
Lobby, the huge lobby, yeah. Right. Take it over.
That's the only way we're going to actually have any change with something like that. But the thing that's weird, I thought Congress was involved with appointing the board, so I find this really disturbing that Trump got to put all of his own people in.
Well, it's typical. This news also raises questions about other events related to the 50th anniversary of WorldPride in DC during May and June. Now that Trump is officially a Florida resident, he appears to be intent on bringing just his buddy DeSantis' brand of hatred and homophobia to DC and beyond. I mean, they've been planning this event for months and months, and it's just all falling apart before our eyes.
Yeah, it's really scary. And Pride Lines admittedly is working with Happening Out Travel to get some folks from down here to go up there. I don't know what it's going to look like, and we'll continue to promote it, but try and attend. But it's really scary that this orange person is just taking over like this and just canceling events left and right. And it's a shame we can't be celebrated as a people.
I will say the District of Columbia has control over giving permission for the parade route. And while I sometimes would spar with Mayor Bowser, she's never been an enemy of things like parades.
Although she has been meeting, she has been kissing the ring.
But it's only, and also they can cancel whatever they want. Up to 5 million people are showing up to WorldPride. So they can say this isn't happening. Well, those 5 million people are going to make it a Pride one way or the other, Just saying.
Absolutely. Well, stay tuned. Queer News Tonight will continue to report on this story. That is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.